If you love to play single player games, this video is maybe your treat. Not every game is worth the hefty price tag, but if you dig deeper, there's a plenty of single player games packed with the great content, gameplay and world to explore. Today I am covering 10 single player games that are absolutely worth your money. You won't regret after buying any of them. From the epic storytelling to heart-pounding combat, these games have it all. So let's get into the list. Horizon Forbidden West. I can say that this is one of the most beautifully crafted game I've ever experienced. It's a modern day masterpiece that not only dazzles with its breathtaking visuals but also delivers some of the most acceleration gameplay out there. What really sets the Horizon Forbidden West apart though is its open world design. The world is so alive with its diverse range of landscapes and they are begging to explore. Plus the character development is top notch. The story of the game is gripping and you will connect to the Aloy and enjoy her journey with satisfying mechanism of a game. I'm a big fan of how the game handles the combat. It's actually really satisfying. You get to take down massive robotic beasts with the mix of strategy and brute force, or you can play it smart by setting traps or using the environment to your advantage. The narrative keeps you hooked and with meaningful characters, Aloy's journey feels both personal and epic. And if you haven't get this one yet, you have to try this.
You think you can hurt me?
Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider is an action-adventure game takes Lara Croft to the next level in the journey that's both thrilling and deeply personal. Set in an icy wilderness of Siberia, this game combines intense survival elements with classic Tomb Raider adventure. Lara has a large variety of weapons at her disposal like assault rifle, shotgun, pistol and some more weapons. And also being a stealth master is very satisfying. The locations are very immersive and detailed that you wanna admire, and combat system is amazing. You can choose how you defeat your enemy and defend yourself. Combat is versatile and adaptive, letting you approach situations with stealth crafting or direct action depending on your style. The environments are expansive and beautifully detailed with weather effects that makes each location feels alive. The story dives deeper into Lara's motivation, exploring her relentless pursuit of ancient mysteries and lost treasures, packed with hidden tombs, challenging puzzles and compelling storyline. If you are into mystery, treasure hunting and challenging adventure, then this must be your choice. So let's go with the third game on the list. We have Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong is a journey that both legendary and captivating. And Black Myth Wukong was one of the most highly anticipated action-adventure game of this generation. The game presents a unique world deeply rooted in a Chinese mythology filled with beauty, tragedy and action. These elements are brought to life through stunning gorgeous graphics that immediately immerse you in the journey. Inspired by the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West, Black Myth Wukong lets you step into the shoes of the legendary Monkey King, battling your way through a world filled with mythical creatures and breathtaking landscapes. The attention to details in both character design and landscape is immersive, with realistic textures and effects that make the game a visual feast. The game's visuals are nothing short of stunning, with every environment and creature meticulously detailed. The attention to detail is mind-blowing, from the lush forest to ominous caves. Well, the combat is fluid, allow transform into different creatures and harness powerful abilities inspired by Chinese folklores. This action RPG combines myth, material art and mysticism in a visually mesmerizing world. And if you buy this game never gives you a single chance to disappoint. We have Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares is something that you won't regret after buying it. Little Nightmares deliver horror in a small but powerful package. In this atmospheric puzzle platformer, you play as tiny raincoat glad 6, a young girl trying to escape the surreal nightmare world filled with disturbing creatures and eerie landscapes. If you like horror games with a unique twist, this one is absolute must play for you. The art style is something to admire with its creepy visuals that make make every shadow seems alive. It's not just the visuals though, the sound design is equally haunting with its creak and whisper adding to the tension. Little Nightmare keeps you on the edge, blending horror and mystery in a way that leaves a lasting impression. There's also heart-pounding chase sequences where you're running for your life, knowing one wrong move would mean your end. Each level feels like a twisted fairy tale, making this an unforgettable horror experience that as chilling as it's captivating. It's the atmosphere that keeps you hooked. It's that mix of fear, tension, and relief that makes the Little Nightmare such a standout horror experience. Well, our next game is God of War Ragnarok. It's a masterpiece that redefines the Kratos journey. The story picks up right where the last game left off and quickly begins to build itself towards a grand conclusion that finally ends the Kratos story. God of War Ragnarok is more than just a sequel. Set in exploring realms of Norse mythology, each environment feels like its own world, from the lush forests to mountains and ancient ruins. You finally get to see amazing characters like Thor, and it's very amazing how the game story expands itself into various arcs instead of being just a linear adventure. The combat is intense and strategic, blending melee and deadly abilities that keep you experimenting with new tactics. The gameplay is very addictive and it boasts many improvements over its predecessor. There are many weapons, skills, abilities and special moves. Even the Arthas has gotten a few upgrades this time around. And as if the gameplay wasn't enough, the narrative is filled with twists that'll keep you hooked. It's amazing that feels like a wonderful journey from start to finish.
Panic does nothing. Harness it. Let it serve you.
Well, the next game is Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is a stunning journey, takes place in a feudal era of Japan. Despite how great the gameplay is, the story is undoubtedly one of the most aspects of this game. You step into the shoes of Jin Sakai, a samurai warrior fighting to protect his home from the Mongol invasion. It's not just a game, it's a beautifully immersive experience that captures the spirit of the samurai. What sets this game apart is its incredible attention to details and its stunning crafted open world, where you can explore beautifully landscapes from the serene forest to vibrant fields of flowers. The characters are very likable and there is a feeling of relatability to be found in their fragility and flaws. Ghost of Tsushima isn't just about looking pretty though, the combat system is exhilaration. The combat lets you choose between the fighting with honor or embrace the stealthy tactics of the ghost, really adds to the experience. The narrative is deeply engaging, filled with the moments that are both uplifting and heart-wrenching. Ghost of Tsushima offers an unforgettable single-player journey that's absolutely worth diving into. Well, the next game is Days Gone. I must say it's one of the most underrated games I've ever played. The game sets in a post-apocalyptic Oregon 2 years after the start of pandemic that turns a portion of humanity into various zombies-like creatures, and you play as Deacon St. John, who goes on the mission to find his wife. On that journey, you will gonna face deadly challenges like hordes of deadly creatures, monsters, and freakers who wanna kill you. The real fun of this game is Deacon's motorcycle, and you have to maintain your bike because without the bike you can't explore that immersive world where you have to watch your every step. It has a great story in characters, beautiful graphics and varied gameplay. It offers a captivating story, engaging gameplay and a rewarding progression system, all set in a vibrant and dynamic world filled with challenges. And I think some missions can be a bit repetitive over time, but it's not a big deal. If you wanna experience some challenges with realistic mechanism and with a great world, Days Gone is a perfect choice for you.
More dangers. With 6 regions filled with abandoned Nero checkpoints, survivor camp.
Stellar Blade. This is one of the best games I've ever played in a long time. I've also played a lot of action games and Stellar Blade feels like a masterful blend of everything I love about the genre. Whether it's a fluid combat, a stunning visuals or intense story-driven moments that are pull you right in. The story centers on Eve, a skilled warrior fighting to save humanity from extinction. The game throws you into a world that's as beautiful as it's deadly. The world is breathtaking and the music is mesmerizing. The fluidity of a combat paired with the variety of moves and abilities at your disposal make every encounter feel fresh and exciting. Whether you are taking on hordes of enemies or facing off against a massive bosses, there's a real sense of satisfaction when you pull off a perfect combo or dodge a lethal attack. The art style is vibrant and dynamic, enhancing the sci-fi feel of the game. Visually, the game is striking with its futuristic cityscapes, alien landscapes, and intricate character design that you pull you deeper into its world. The combat is fast-paced, blending melee and range attacks with its stylish dodges, counters, and devastating abilities that make every encounter thrilling. The animations are smooth and special effects like explosion and energy blast are immersive and add to the overall spectacle. The story is another strong point, weaving together a narrative that's both engaging and emotionally charged. It's the kind of game that pull you in with its characters and keep you invested with its twists and turns. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's a game that I would recommend to anyone. Tears of the Kingdom keeps everything that made the Breath of the Wild great and amplifies it by adding even more to it. The map now has more things to do. The game offers a world bringing with the surprises and rewards, unlike the vast empty spaces often found in other games. Whether you are a casual gamer or seeking a challenge, the story is very personal and you feel very attached to the characters throughout the journey, which greatly raises the stakes of everything. The game is so rich with secrets that even after dozens of hours, I was still finding new things. This game has something to offer for everyone. The gameplay has ton of new features and there is a new ability that essentially let you create anything that you want, which has led to some really cool results including vehicles and robots. Everything in a world interacts in such a natural way that it felt like I was constantly discovering new ways to approach problems. The game drops you in this enormous beautiful world with almost no guidance, leaving you to figure out where to go and what to do. The visuals in this game is absolutely stunning and believe me, this game worth your every cent. The last game on the list we have Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus is a post-apocalyptic journey that takes you out of the tunnels of Moscow and throws you into a wild open world. The game's world is brutal and the radiations are the constant threat. The mutants are nastier than ever and there are the peoples, let's just say not everyone you meet out there is exactly friendly. The game blends survivor horror and sandbox exploration where you'll scavenge for supplies and craft weapons to survive. One of the coolest things about the Metro Exodus is the mix of linear, story-driven missions and open-world environment. The attention to detail in the world building is incredible, from the abandoned towns to eerie forests that feels as dangerous as they look. The dynamic weather and day-night cycles add layers of. And let's talk about the visuals. Metro Exodus is gorgeous. Sure, it sets in a wasteland, but it's probably the prettiest wasteland you'll ever see. Whether you are creeping through an abandoned building at night with nothing but a flashlight or watching a sunset over the ruined city. The game looks so incredible. The game throws you into a different environments from snowy wasteland to creepy overgrown forest and each one is packed with atmosphere. It adds so much to the immersion, making you feel like you're really there. If you want a great package of amazing graphics, great story and deadly combat, Metro Exodus is absolutely worth your money. And that wraps up our list of 10 single player games, and each one of these games is a masterpiece, offering hours of immersive storytelling, thrilling combat, and unique gameplay that make them worth every cent. I know I miss a lot of games, but it's just only the beginning of a long list. And let me know in the comments which game you think that should be in this list. I never disappoint you in the next part of this video. And for now, thank you so much for watching and goodbye.